basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors will need to be creative to make new signings. They are short on money and need to improve their squad. Warriors will pursue big Phoenix Suns star. The Warriors are more than one move away, needing to utilize both free agency and the trade market to retool a roster that evidently needs more support around Curry. That won't be easy given the financial restrictions upon them, yet Golden State do possess young assets and almost all their future picks that places them in position to trade for a star. Trade acquisition, Kevin Durant. The easiest way for the Warriors to launch back into a title contender is to acquire a superstar, and there's little doubt a reunion with Kevin Durant would fit the requirement of more support for Curry. Durant's future has been a source of conversation ever since the Suns' embarrassing first-round elimination. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith went further into detail on a segment of First Take earlier this week, stating that the 35-year-old is never happy in Phoenix. The two-time Finals MVP would have to request a trade again, and ideally specifically to the Warriors if this is any chance of happening. The Suns aren't going to want to help their Pacific rival out, even if Golden State would have a reasonable offer that could help replenish Phoenix's young and future assets. The Warriors' package would perhaps look something like Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and one or multiple first-round picks. While the franchise could retain the young duo of Brandon Podziemski and Tracy Jackson-Davis, it would be a certain sign of prioritizing the next 2 or 3 seasons around Curry, Durant, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. As unhappy as Durant may have been in Phoenix under now-axed coach Frank Vogel, he still put up absurd offensive numbers. The two-time Finals MVP averaged 27.1 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 6.6 assists, shooting 52.3% from the floor and 41.3% from three-point range. A Durant-Curry combination may not be as formidable as it was in their first iteration, but it would very likely lift the Warriors back towards the top of the conference. Chris Paul a real possibility this offseason. Throughout the years, there have been a handful of NBA stars who were linked at one point or another with the Los Angeles Lakers. One of the most prominent, and one who arguably should have joined the franchise long ago, is point guard Chris Paul of the Golden State Warriors. One of the best pure point guards the NBA has ever seen, Paul is nearing the end of his career and still has yet to reach that ultimate goal of winning an NBA championship. He has also yet to team up with good friend LeBron James, but perhaps that can change and the two can help each other reach the mountaintop. According to Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus in an interview with Jovan Buha of The Athletic, Paul joining the Lakers this offseason is a real possibility either via trade or through free agency. I would be remiss without mentioning Chris Paul is a real possibility. There is a reasonable chance he gets traded or just cut by the Warriors. He and LeBron obviously have a close relationship. There is a universe where the Lakers sign Chris Paul. It makes a lot of sense to me. Is Chris coming for the minimum? I don't know. I don't want to say he comes cheap to the Lakers, but in the absence of a better offer I could see that. Paul's contract for the 2024-25 season is non-guaranteed and the Warriors have until June 28 to make a decision on whether to release him with no salary cap ramifications. Should that happen, Paul would become a very intriguing free agency possibility for the Lakers. As Pincus noted, it could come down to what kind of offers Paul would receive on the open market. Last season with the Warriors, he showed he could still make an impact, especially in helping to raise a bench unit and get teammates open shots. That is an area the Lakers struggled with last season, so the pairing could make some sense. But Paul also has a lengthy injury history that must be taken into account as well, and he is not getting any younger. There are still a lot of decisions to be made around the league regarding a number of players, but if Paul does hit the open market, the Lakers will likely at least kick the tires on the point guard.